Welcome to the Pawn Sacrifice channel. This is part 27 of the 924S turbo build, and this week I need to look at getting the alternator mounted. So still using the original one. Hopefully it's going to work okay. I did defur it, clean it up and blast it all over the place with contact cleaner when it came off the car. Although there's no record of that, so did it really happen? Yeah, I now need to get this back on. I'm going to have to modify, well, the original mounting bracket isn't going to fit where it did previously or how it did, although I'm going to have a look at that. But then also the belt system on this went around the crank pulley and then around a couple of other bits. It's quite a big belt, and there was a tensioner in there somewhere. I'm not going to have a tensioner because I haven't got that set up anymore. So what I'm going to have to do is come up with something else as a way of maintaining tension on this. But first of all, I need to get this mounted in the right place. Now, although I've said I'm not going to, oh my god, this is filthy. Although I've said I'm not going to be able to use this in the same way as before, let's just, yes. So I've taken some other stuff off the front here, but essentially, I'll show you in a sec where this would fit on the engine. I've got all the engine mounts which are different from the factory ones, and then a bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm going to have a look and see how this sort of roughly fits over the top. So that was where the alternator was just sitting. The whole thing bolted on the front of the engine there. So I think there's a big arc across there and there's nothing at the back, so if I start with a cut from, I guess, around here and across there and just see what I've got room for. Well, this is a bit of a turn up. That actually manages to bolt straight on. I think from where it is designed to clear the factory water pump, there's enough of a gap on the bottom there. So mercifully that fits better than I actually was expecting it to. Now back in the vice for some more trimming down. So basically I'm going to do the bit underneath the end mount for the alternator and just trim around that as best and as neatly as I can, and try and just work this so I get a little extra clearance for the water pipes. So hopefully I'm not going to have to modify anything else there, but obviously not taking away from the strength of what's going to be holding this on. So yeah, get your eyes and ears ready for a bit of music and some fast forward stuff. So that's the first lot of cuts done. I'm going to shave this back just with a flat wheel, grinding wheel, just basically to replicate that curve there, to give better clearance for the water pipe coming out. So the next bit I need to deal with is actually chopping off a lot of this. So that's going to go, as mentioned, I can't mount the alternator the way that I did, because if you mount it, or if I mount it to fixed points, I'm not going to have any way of adjusting the tension using the using the alternator. So I think what I'm going to have to do is bring this back to about there, and then if there's enough room, tap that so that I can drill an adjustment arm in. So I need to bring that down, but obviously not do too much damage around here. So I'll probably start by taking that off, and then just bringing it down again. But let's just get a line on there first of all, so I know what I am doing or what I'm working toward. So just another quick stop. So I've attached the alternator on the front, and essentially this, I can't remember what the name of this damn thing is going to be how it's all going to be put together. Essentially this is the way that the Porsche one works. So what I need to do, or what I want to do rather, is just get a, actually, so I was going to do it that way. Actually, I think I still will. But yeah, just double checking there on the lines. So if I get it to that inside one, that should still be right. So yeah, just bring it down to about here. But as with a lot of these things, what I have found is just stopping every now and again to make sure that everything's going according to plan. Always helps, never hurts anyway. So essentially what I'm going to do is have that there. The idea with this being that I will obviously put the belt on when it's loose, or loosen this off, put the belt on and then just tighten it up. So there's a section here which is drilled down to, or down to about there. So that's the very high point which I need, and a section which runs down just sort of there-ish. Appreciate you can't do this in detail, but you don't really need to. So essentially what I need to do is just set this up, I think, let's have a look. Yeah, so if I put a center point around here, drill and tap that, hopefully that's going to clear everything, and it means that I can just bolt this straight in. If that doesn't work, I'll drill it through and just flatten off the other side so that I can just do a normal nut and bolt. But for neatness, I wouldn't mind just being able to pop that straight in. So I just need to work out now what size bolt is going through here. Okay, so I found the bolts that I want, and using the die from the tap and die kit, I found this easiest way. Is just have a flick through, see which is the right fit, and it is turning out to be M10 1.5, which tells me if I've got an M10 1.5, I need an 8.5 mil or 8.5 mil drill hole, which I can then tap for this. So I'm just going to get this tapped out and then drilled, and it's going to be nice to be doing a job just for a second that's not flying dust all over the place. So let's get this. Okay, let's have test fit now. This seems to have all gone according to plan. connection there, just move the dial out and move it back. Yeah, so that's all looking good. Apart from, okay, that's not too bad. The just the adjustment screws there, and it starts to get small. I think we're going to struggle a bit, but we'll see. So there's a bit that I'm going to need to take off of here to allow this nut to come back if it needs to. So just pivot around and have a look at it on the car. So yeah, I'm not bolting this right up just yet, but that can sit in there. The great thing about using the factory, the factory mount is the fact that it's going to hold this square with where it needs to be, which was one thing which I was worried about when I thought that I might be having to make my own. Ticking along nicely with this one. Now just time to give it a bit of a clean. So I've got the old blaster out, noisy machine is on, and I'm just going to give this a bit of a whack through there. Hopefully not take too long, just to get this done. That's that done. It's pretty clean. I'll just give it a bit of a wipe down and then show you the results, and obviously get all this tidied up and put away, and then I'll have a look at it on the car. Right, started out with something which looked a bit like this, and ended up with something that looked a bit like this. So that was the Sandblaster, Media Blaster thing. I'll put a link up. I did a review on that one. Otherwise, have a look at the turbo build video. But essentially, you'll see that it's going to give you that sort of a result. I'm rather pleased with that. I mean, admittedly, I've just had to cut down and then tap the existing one, but that looks rather nice, rather neat. Doesn't look too homemade, I don't think, does it? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, anyway, hopefully not too shoddy. And that this week is where we are finishing it. So it was a much easier job than I thought. I suspect when it's all cut, this is going to be quite a short video, certainly a lot shorter than my usual ramblings, but there we go. I need to have a look and just see the angle that the pipe's coming out. So where I've got this this gap now, where I've shaved things up, there's enough room there for a pipe. I probably just need to point it a bit further down than the existing one is. Turnbuckle, which is what it's called, seems to be doing its job. I had a bit of trouble finding that one, mostly because the ones that are that sort of length tend to be for remote control cars, whereas I wanted something with an M10 fitting, but managed to get some off eBay. It seems to work. Seems to give me about 20 mils worth of variance. The belt, when I measured it, was riding up on the I set it to the shortest setting. It was riding up on the sides because it was wider than I had room for. So it's a 920mm ish, maybe I might go 915, 3 multi-V one. I was hoping to get a Continental one because I've used those and quite like them, but that doesn't look like it's going to be an option. You have to specify a car for those, which seems to be a pain. I was hoping to just get a catalogue of here's these ones to width, sizes, number of V's, off you go. But that doesn't seem to be the case, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, need to find that now. Need to also make up a shim at some point to sit underneath the coolant takeoff. But I will. What will I do? I'll wait, I think, until that's done. I could just use a stack of washers, but I'd rather just make something up a bit more proper. Next week, I'm not quite sure. There's a few things I need to do now. I've got another turbo I need to rebuild. So in addition to the KO3S, which I've rebuilt previously, I've got a TT225 one, which I think I'm going to go with. I've got the downpipe for that, which is going to need a lot of messing about with. I know I've got the relocation kit, but I think I need to turn my attention to the coolant off the back of the engine, which is a bit of a mess. And a bit of a pickle to get right, but you know, we'll see as we go. As usual, I'm sure there'll be a few stumbles along the way. This week's obviously been quite exceptional based on previous experience. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this week. Hopefully this is all going to work when the engine starts, and thanks as always for watching, and hopefully catch you in about a week or so.